Hi again, everybody. It's Mike Hayes. With me now is Arsen Marsoobian. Arsen, welcome.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for having me on.
My pleasure. Arsen has the second edition of his book, Beating Taxes, Cheating Death. You Only Live Once. So, Arsen, tell me about the book and really why you wrote it, and a little bit about what your clients or your ideal readers want, and how will your book help them get it?
One, I wrote the book because after 40 years in the life insurance business as a salesman all the way to an executive officer in a major company, realized that what we think is a simple concept or program as an agent and what we're taught and what the public understands about that particular product are far between. So my concept was that let's put something together that explains what it is, what kind of products you get, why you should get it, how much you should get, when you should buy it, what is the numbers and letters behind somebody's name, what do they mean, things like that is the general concept of the book. Now, my clients really get an opportunity to see a full financial plan or a financial picture. I think plan sometimes is an overused word. I want to just give people a snapshot of where they are right now and where they could go. Now, the thing that's also occurring that really made me do the second edition of the book is there's so many changes with the tax laws and different circumstances that are happening right now that people have to be careful what they're putting their 401k money into. Where are they going with their IRAs? Do they have it in the best tax position? See, beating taxes is a critical thing because I had a guy say one time, and there's a quote in the book, you can make more money saving taxes than you can making money. So if I can save you 20-25% on the taxes, you got to work pretty hard in most businesses to make 20-25%. Now that's what we want the people to get out of the book, and that's why I wrote it.
So what have you found that your clients want most?
They want an honest answer. I think people really want just an honest answer. I want people, they don't want to be sold. They want to buy something that they need. They don't want to be sold something that the agent needs to sell. And that's a big thing in the industry because there's quotas, there's trips, there's incentives, there's different things that the companies put out there for the agents to represent that particular product in that company. But that's not always the best solution for the client. So what I want, and I think what most people want, is they want somebody to help them buy a good life insurance contract and a good product to get it to do what they want to do.
So is the obstacle and is the solution that the book provides the fact that it helps them see past the agent's motivation to make sure that the motivation you're getting from your agent is to help you get what you need?
Yes, I think it's not a book to help people or have people come to me directly to solve their problems. This is a book to help them understand. It's like, okay, I've read this. Now I'm going to sit down and talk to the agent and let him talk and let you know that you kind of know behind the scenes what's going on. So you have some questions that you're armed with when you sit down with your agent.
Well, tell me a little bit about Arsen. Why are you the guide that people need to reach their financial goals?
So I was an agent with New York Life. I started out with a major mutual company. I was with them for about 3 years, and then I switched over and became an assistant branch manager for a stock company at Transamerica Life. And then after about 5 years, I transitioned into being my own agency. So I recruited other agents, and they came to me for the products and services, and so I kind of learned that business. Then I became one of the first general agents ever to become a regional sales and marketing director for Transamerica. So now I've transitioned at the corporate office, and I'm working around the country helping other agents understand the products and services and the things that we were offering. So there are very few people in the industry that have seen the industry from an agent, from the management side, the local level, and then from the corporate side as to how we actually build a product. How do we put the contracts together? What's in it? So I bring that perspective to the book. So that's why I think that I'm uniquely qualified to be able to make the presentations to answer their questions. And I think I've laid out, I went through it several times. So we've got what kind of product, what's the difference between permanent insurance and term insurance? What's all this about the new index universal life contract? How are they fit in? What do they do? Where does term fit in? Where does permanent life insurance fit in? What's in the contract? What to look for? See, the first thing we talk about, I just mentioned the word contract. That's what it is. It's a legal contract between you and the insurance company. And because of that, whatever you put in the contract, what you want to do with your money after you're gone, has to be followed. The courts can't change that. Outsiders can't challenge it. They can't or will. You put in there that Johnny is going to get money when he's 25 years old, if he's gone through college and has started a business. That's when Johnny's going to get the money. So that's how you cheat death, is by being able to structure things how you want other people in your life that you love to live their lives and move forward. And you know that. So if you've got kids who know how to handle money, maybe when they're 20 or 21, you can give them the money. But you can dictate all of that. You can put it in a trust, or you can actually just put it in your life insurance contract. And I think people don't understand exactly how to structure that.
Now, by reading the book, it's going to change the way people look at insurance. Who will they become by reading the book? How will they be transformed?
I think it could be armed with more information and with more facts. And that's always very helpful. When you go in to buy a car, you used to go in and, we talk about kicking tires. And then people learn a little bit more about the cars and they get more educated. So when you go in now, want to know about the safety features. You want to know about the comfort. You want to know about the sound system. You want to know about the engine and all the things like that. So I think what they get out of the book is give them the ability to have that knowledge of what they're looking for and what the product can really do for them and how it fits in their overall financial structure. See, one of the things I like in a book, I heard from a really successful life insurance guy that was kind of a mentor years and years ago. I met at the $1 Million Roundtable. His name was John Savage. And in John's presentation, he used to say that the least important thing in the financial plan for success is life insurance. Least important. And this is the guy selling life insurance. So I said, John, what do you mean by that? And he talked about that. And he'd say, look, you have savings accounts and you have investments. Investments is where you're going to really make the difference. Your business, your stocks, your property, all of the things that you're going to do in your lifetime, that's where most of it goes. But life insurance, that's the defensive side of the game. Because if you don't make it through all the years to do all the things that you want to do and invest, and something happens, you got the defense to come in and take over.
Now, people who want to know what that place is, what is the next action they should do?
Well, I think that first of all, got to take a look at what they currently have. I think that most of your listeners are mature and maybe have bought a life insurance policy somewhere along the line or two. Maybe they've got some term insurance and not sure what they're going to do with. I think that they got to take an assessment of where they are right now and how does it fit in. I think the book will help them to understand that and go through that process, so they can take the book and what we talk about should be done, and then look at their own picture at that time. And I think that's where you start.
And how do they buy the book? Where do they go to buy the book?
Well, right now it's still being in print. Hopefully it'll be available by October, November. And that would be available on all of the different platforms. It'll be on Amazon, should be in Barnes & Noble, and all where bookstores are sold. And of course, it'll be on all of the e-platforms. So pretty much wherever they go. But if Amazon seems to be the go-to place for books nowadays. So, and if you want to see all my books, you go to amazon.com/author/Arsen, ARSEN, all lowercase. And all my books will pop up, more of a background on who I am. And that's where they could get it. And I think they'll be able to get that by October, November this year.
And are you available as a speaker to groups? And what type of groups do you generally speak to?
Yes, I'm available. And of course, with the COVID lockdown and travel and the rest of it, we're not doing as much speaking as we've done in the past. But I'm happy to talk to you. So civic organizations, different organizations that people have. Maybe we can do a Zoom with program with specific groups of people that want to come in and talk about a product. Maybe a business owner wants to help explain their 401k and retirement programs to their employees. So we can come in and talk about what that is right now. Because the other thing we like to say is that taxes are on sale. With the last tax code change, taxes dropped dramatically. So when you're in a different tax bracket, if you need to move money right now from a 401k into an indexed universal life contract that will give you income tax-free retirement money, as opposed to having to pay taxes when you take it out, this is the time to move that money, because you're going to pay a lower price in the tax, and the tax savings will show up when you get your money income tax-free at retirement.
All right, very good. Well, Arsen Marsoobian, author of Beating Taxes, Cheating Death, You Only Live Once. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Mike.